And Sturts, well, I thought he almost got the angle he needed on that. Might have been a little too far for the basket. Bates to the basket, off the glass. It's good. We're at a
duck ends. Everything has to be in the paint right now to make them collapse.
Really good point. So you can take away the help if you run stuff in the middle third.
Guys, we're almost 8 minutes into the second half. They still have not made a field goal. Missouri, well, now they made one. That's their first teammates, and he converts. Assist to the runner for Combs.
They got Missouri all spread out defensively, which neutralizes their size at the rim.
These pick and rolls are, there's nothing because they're switching everything. Yeah, the Tigers, you got to post up.
Bates along the baseline. Bates lays it in.
Hand locked in based on what happened last year. Line drive, no. Gray with a rip.
But still, Florida 1.8 points per possession so far in this game. That is a crazy high number.
Bates absorbs the contact and gets it to go.
Hands it really well.
Popular teammate as they have. Condon, very funny. And he's the guy that they gather around.
Yep.
Step back three in the bottom for Bates to Clapshot. Now Richard fires. That's too long and too strong. Tell you one thing, for a team shooting 71% though and making all those threes, it's only an 11-point lead.
Yeah.
And now it's 9.
That's on Florida. They never.
He is absolutely feeling it right now. Clayton up to 14 points.
What do you do with this kid? You choke off his water and make him pick up that dribble around the logo, and he can still stick them on you.
Caleb Brill, 1 of 5 from the floor. Bates takes Condon. That's a pretty play for a lefty.
Similar feel in our next game, Alabama and Kentucky.
Bates pulls up, no. Follows, yes, off the window.
Did it all by misses. And had a great conversation with him about being raised by his parents. And he's probably in his head right now, Robbie, thinking, is my balance okay and is my arc okay on my shot? Those are the two things he knows can go wrong with his jump shot.
Yeah, 3 of 17 this week. Bates fade away, good, and a foul on Howard.
Dominate the glass during this next stretch.
And what they brag on, too, is the ability of their bigs to guard out top. And that's going to be a challenge now for Howard. They go inside, and Bates a spin move on Clayton for 2. Robertson and Perkins in the backcourt for this Missouri team. They average about 37 points a game off the bench. A lot of that is Caleb Brill. Lefty 3 from the corner.
After he gets Hubbard behind him, bam, sticks it.
Melendez picked up that foul. He goes to the bench. Whoop, pretty move. Bates. An even better move to finish.
I would agree that Florida's one of the top 4 or 5 teams in the country.
All right, new game, 28-28 as Murphy knocks down 1 of 2. Grill doesn't shoot it, he passes, and then one ball fake 3 is money. Murphy trapped underneath the basket. And a bad pass and a turnover. Perkins, Bates. Throwdown. They've missed 5 free throws. Grill, no. Easy rebound, though. There was nobody. Double overtime game today. Arkansas down to the wire. They were beaten on a Padula 3 at the buzzer. Phenomenal games. Oh, what a tough shot.
Good at 6'11". He has a very high IQ as a big guy playing off the ball.
Already had a buzzer beater and a double overtime game earlier today. Difficult shot that hung on the rim for Oklahoma will be challenged, as will their defense against Kentucky, ready to take the floor for the first time.
And Muhammad Wagi is going to have to be really good against that Kentucky front line.
The inbound.
Now they haven't had much lineup consistency since injuries started piling up in mid-January. Take Oweh off the mark.
You see how quickly Kentucky gets back defensively. They've got to get ahead of Missouri, who loves to push the pace. They like to skip it across the side of the court, try to get advantage on the opposite.
Great, not much of a scoring threat. Here's Tamar Bates downhill. Got by Carr and rolls it home.
Those straight line drives by Missouri.
Between his legs on Williams. Carr digs in. 5 to shoot. Cruz from deep. Bates with the rebound. Up and in for Tamar Bates.
as any player in the SEC does. Tough as nails, has gotten better every single year. So coachable. We see the emotion by the parents because they have witnessed and seen the hard work he's had throughout his entire.
To end, Bryson Godine for 2 more, and the Sooners have run out to a 10-point lead. Their largest of the night. Nice backdoor dive there. Bates cashes in off a good find from Mitchell. Surround fears, and he threw it away. Picked off by Perkins.
And that looked like the defense that we saw in Columbia. Chad, notice everything's in front. Help, recover. Don't allow angles off the bounce for Oklahoma.
Bates with Wagee in his face said it doesn't matter.
The fast break works.
Monion's a terrific athlete to transfer from Cornell, all Ivy League player, but he's a physical guy. Likes to run the floor, likes to finish. A lot of times matched up with the best offensive player that Missouri, the opponent, will have.
Here's Perkins. Now to Mitchell.
In the first game, Mitchell drove Vandy hard and finished around the rim. So far, Vanderbilt has not allowed Mark Mitchell to get those easy looks.
There's a jump shot from the hands of... Good work from Tamar Bates.
It's staggering what Missouri has not done without Caleb Grill.
Yeah.
They just have not played well offensively. They're not getting great shots.
Here's Bates.
Nice. Great footwork. You know, shooting.
Magnon. Nickel. Won't go.
They got exactly what they wanted. Nickel, the best shooter on the team, wide open in the corner.
Nickel 0 for 2 from behind the arc after going 7 for 10 in the midweek game against Texas A&M. Bates, good work.
How about this has helped Missouri get set more of 1-3-1 zone defense?
9th steal of the game.
And Bates has size advantage and can jump over the top of Edwards.
And just did it.
And they find that Robinson use any big size because Hogarth's his biggest hit. Shooting squad in for Missouri. Cruz, Bates, Grill.
Bounce pass to Bates. Nice pass. 24 seconds.
And watch the defense. They'll guard the 3 ball more than anywhere.
Robinson.
Oh, nice pass.
Underneath, easy lay-in for Bates. Thomas passes up the 3, lost the handle. Bates might have knocked it free. Lead feed back to Bates, in and throw down. So that is a strong offensive board for Murray Boyles. Stick back. Lead feed to Grill. Grill drive and kick. This is Bates. Got his feet set and hits the 3. Utilize that to his advantage. Put it that way tonight. Little cut to the rim. Wright had it knocked away. There's Robinson again with the great sleight of hand. Here's Bates. Oh, monster!
More physical, tougher is part of it. He's been around a long time.
24-year-old from Wichita has excelled. But does that not factor into the point you just brought up? Look at Bates. Oh, it's another coast-to-coast throwdown. He's into double.
We have to take advantage of tonight.
Well, this is the mentality that the Razorbacks have been playing with. When they get the ball on the perimeter, they're pushing it and making sure they play into their stop. And that's a good
Top, and he throws it down.
And there's the high percentage shot as the Razorbacks get it out in transition, advancing the ball by way of the pass. And DJ Wagner with the beautiful pinpointed alley-oop.
Bates with the 3, and he beats the shot. And a steal from Robinson. Here's Grill, open 3. He has been ice cold, has not scored in the second. It's Bates' turn. He knows what to do with it.
And only allow Alabama 1 shot.
They are a solid offensive rebounding team. Very high efficiency. Sears gets swallowed up that time after he picked up the dribble. Bates turns down the corner three. Tamar Bates. It is.
Any shooter loves to run baseline to baseline. They set a double for it. Another turnover. Missouri will run, but they have a chance.
Wow, the steal and then the immediate lead feed to Pierce. Here's Bates, has an open one. Bang!
The defense that already looks like they have picked it up a notch.
Stevenson kicked that one ahead. Robinson deflected it. This is Bates, got it. And the lefty. What a scramble situation that gets it back to a two-score game. Home run pass to Bates. Bates puts it in.
A hard time knocking down this season from a consistent standpoint.
Baseline drive and kick, sets up an open three. Bates can shoot it well, and he sinks the luxury. If they could get Silas Demery going, the sophomore, averaging just under 12 points a game.
Yeah, he's been really good in their last two, averaging 21. As a matter of fact, against A&M, now they didn't have LeFew in the game, but he played all 40 minutes.
Bates responds with a body, and Mark Mitchell, number 25 in black. Another bad inbounds pass leads to a turnover to Robinson.
Too much air.
Bates on a three and makes some pay. Banging bodies with Mitchell down low. Godfrey takes it strong. No. Newell had the rebound. Contact. No call. Missouri clears it. And now Missouri might have numbers on the other end. This is Bates. Parting of the Red Sea, and Bates off it.
More than it's ever been in this conference.
I'm with you. Pierce has it rejected by Absent. Late clock situation for Perkins. 4:20 on the game clock. Bates again right down the runway.
Going second chance, third chance opportunities.
Already a handful of offensive rebounds, but also a number of turnovers already. That's 4 giveaways by the Sooners.
And there's Mitchell again. Feet in the paint.
Bates too easy. Baseline drive.
In the paint. Phelps bullies his way inside, drew the contact, and high off the glass. It's 12-0 A&M. Caleb Grill. Well, he's got the range. He nailed a 40-footer at Mississippi State last Saturday. Here's Bates. Wide open three. We're okay. Have a seat. We scored. It's going to be all right. Three-pointer off the mark by Solomon Washington, who's back in for Buzz Williams today. Buzz, or check that. Aggies without a point. Almost 5 minutes. Bates slams it down. Burrell Payne, a grown man move inside.
Hey, he has come up huge. They've thrown it to him on the block or the mid post, and he's been patient and strong and getting all the way to the rim.
Bates for three. Aggies lead by 1.
Oh, man.
And a steal by Warren. The lob. Bates. Ziegler trying to spot Milicic, and Pierce picks it off.
The 9th turnover for Tennessee.
I don't envision Rick Barnes as a guy that went into the locker room, was yelling at his guys at the break. I mean, what do you tell him? Just make sure you're stronger with the ball?
Yeah, absolutely. No pass can be a habit pass in this game.
Bates from downtown. Mitchell. Monster drop step. And Pierce comes away with it. Now Bates off the pump fake, drains it. You can hear a pin drop in here on this possession. Gainey, cleared by Gray.
Tennessee, though, much stronger with the ball in the second half. Great team, Troy. They fixed the problem within the game, not the next game. And Tennessee's turnover issues much more cleaned up in the second 20 minutes.
Only 2 turnovers after 8 in the first 20. Bates. Almost banked that one in. Grill's going to chase down the rebound, and Gray finally hauls it in.
They're just not strong with the ball, Tennessee, and that Missouri hot hands. Again, one of the best in the country at getting steals.
Bates open for a moment. That's a 3, so it splashes home the second. Akpara with 12, and the lead back to 8. Approaching a minute to play. Bates has to go. A step back triple. Drains it. We've known that about the Vols. They've been #1 in the land earlier this season. Mizzou, we are learning and understanding what the Tigers are going to be capable of, and it surely has the chance.
And then Texas A&M once again at 6.
Coach Schaefer at Texas, taking on a nice rivalry game right there. Love the great Coach Schaefer.
So you got 10 teams ranked in the AP poll on the men's side of the SEC. You got 8 more on the women's side. Dominant lead
For a lot, a missed free throw. Okay.
I don't think anybody would take it personal, but your logic clearly makes sense there. They just went 3 of 3 at the line. So Hubbard has 16. Who else can step up and be that secondary scorer for Mississippi State the rest of the way? 11-point game in a top 25 battle to kick off our coverage today. So after a quiet 3-point first half, it's off on good footing here. 10-point game.
Playing through him is a smart idea. State again, full court pressure. And I like this. A lot of times, from a player standpoint, coach tells you to push up full court press. Your mentality changes into attack, attack, attack.
Mark Mitchell's got 2 fouls. We haven't seen Anthony Robinson yet. Starting point guard had 3 first-half fouls. We've seen a lot of Perkins here. Out to Bates. The lefty cashes in. Both Auburn and Alabama. Again, both of those teams play later today. So we shall see where they fare. But they continue to assert themselves as an upper echelon team in the SEC this year. Now, maybe not just a top half team. They are firmly right now in that conversation as we're nearing the halfway mark of league play for a regular season title.
Right, and it's just remarkable the decision-making of Missouri today against just an aggressive, tough, physical Mississippi State team that makes you...
There's Hubbard, that's his 5th triple. So, Pat, he has 19, and it's Keyshawn Murphy, the only other Bulldog in double figures. Got Matthews harassing Bates here. They're trying to play this one out. Look, you never know what can happen, but this is a significant gap with 4:20 to go. Look at that number. 14 threes for Missouri. That's one off of their season high. Deadly from distance. And Bates hits the turnaround.
With the triple, Ole Miss hot early.
2 long shots by the 2 guards, both guarded by the forward Mark Mitchell. Obviously, it looks like they're trying to get that switch and like the guard play against the big.
2 minutes in, Ole Miss with an 8-0 lead. To the baseline, there's a double.
Rarely does Ole Miss let you swing the basketball.
Robinson dumps it into the post. Shot clock at 5 from the corner. 3 on the way. Good for Tamar by the Rebels. Murray with an open 3.
Perkins can't go under the screen. He allowed Murray open shot. He won't miss many of those. Good move.
Bates with the spin move off the glass. Guarded by Mitchell. They dump it off. Brayfield off the glass. Rim out. Ole Miss has had a couple of those at point break range. They haven't gotten to fall. Bates from the corner. That's another one. There's another turnover by the Rebels. Ill-advised pass on the inbound. And an easy finish for Tamar. I've heard lots of people say he needs to do that more.
Well, he has such a powerful first step. I know he's playing with an injury, but his game, I've always thought, predicates on either getting to the basket or the mid-range. Yes, he can make some threes. Yes, decent shooter. But if Matthew Morrell is aggressive going to the hole for Padula, who's only 6'1", have to throw it over the top.
Missouri comes up with the steal. Bates lays it in. Morrell looking for the run-through. Grill was able to corral it. Gets his own miss. Kicks it out. Bates tries a 3. Got a 3!
On that list.
All 16 teams in the SEC in the top 100 of the net rankings.
Wow, got away with a careless pass. Matthew Morrell was about 2 inches from tipping that one and making an interception. Mark Mitchell has been quiet.
Get the switch. Brayfield. Late closeout on Bates, and he
half run for the Longhorns. Kaluma weaving his way in. How did he get that shot even off? Nearly made it. Bounce pass. And the finish by Tamar Bates.
Yeah, both him and Julian Larry, teammates on a successful Indiana State team, and this Moody Center comes alive again. Oh! Gets up! Of our guys to excel in their current role.
Leaves that short, 26 seconds left, an 8-point lead for the Longhorns. Bates will try to drive on Johnson and gets the lay-in.
To the pressure.
Well, it is Missouri that has got one of the better turnover margins in the nation. And so Arkansas trying to flex its muscles here in the first couple of minutes. Fland knocked it away momentarily from Robinson. Here's Bates for three. Should be a fun battle on the glass on either end. Thero, wild layup as he stumbled down. He's begging for a call. Numbers here for Bates and the Tigers. Tamar Bates lays it in. Fland trying to take the bigger Mitchell off the bounce, throws up the 15-footer. Pierce down with it. Here comes Missouri. Bates thought about it. Bates for three. Another Tamar Bates to start, plus a couple of turnovers. Knox is wide open, wants it. Bit strong on the three. Grill has it. Caleb Grill with his eyes up. Missouri does like to run.
And Missouri a better rebounding team than a year ago.
Handled themselves nicely in the win against Florida. It's a fantastic rebound margin team. So nice transition defense from the Hogs. This is Gray.
And good matchup, Thero on Bates. Can't let him catch it and get an open look.
He wants the three. Got another.
So that Fland doesn't get an easy look. He's got to put it one bounce, then take the jump shot. Nothing is coming very easily to this Razorback squad on the offensive end.
It was their second made field goal. Tamar Bates out of the shoot. Tennessee, Florida, Ole Miss. There's Mitchell. Couldn't finish. Tap back in.
Clayton, Grill, Robinson.
Right? It's been in spurts too, right? Grill
Yeah.
comes out, knocks down some shots.
If you like offense, you've come to the right place. Missouri's got a great chance for a 50-plus point half. Here's Robinson. He's been a problem for this Florida defense. Shot clock ticking down. Beautiful feed inside.
Defensive end.
Yeah, they're ball hawking, and then in the case of Vanderbilt, they've been so good not turning it over. They have fewer turnovers than their opponents in 13 out of 15 games, so that's going to be a terrific matchup within the game as well. First three fired up by Mizzou is a make, and it routinely make more free throws than their opponent attempted. And if Vanderbilt's not careful, that could be a scenario today.
Absolutely. I didn't mind that three-point shot in transition.
Don't mind that one either if you're in traffic. What a shot by MJ Collins.
Well, that's the trouble with zoning. Can you rebound out of it? Second shot opportunity for the Doors.
Robinson stopped. Into the corner to Pierce. Shot clock ticking down to 10 now for Tamar Bates. Bates still with just 3 points on the afternoon. Tough three. Got it! That has gone cold. Vanderbilt on an 8-0 run. Hogard coughed it up. Grill to Bates. Slam City, Missouri.
It is a big body, solid, took advantage of the smaller Pierce, thinner Pierce on him.
At Mizzou's starting lineup with Trent Pierce again, start number 2 for him this season. Tony Perkins. Mitchell, cross court. Bates, floater, got it. This season.
He does not take many, and he does not make many. That's his second out of 10 this season.
I was just about to say, Sonny, doesn't LSU have to get Cam Carter involved in here? He kind of was absent a good portion of the first half of their game against Vandy.
Well, you know scouting reports are going to try to take Cam Carter away.
With Bates on his hip, Bailey got around Shaw, who just came into the game, but turns it over. Spin move by Mitchell. From the corner, Tamar Bates. And
a lot of things can change.
So it is Mizzou that begins with possession to start the second half. You see the turnover battle. A big issue in the first half for LSU against Vandy on Saturday. They got much better in the second half. There's Tamar Bates. Collins, who caused him to adjust the shot, and a steal by Bates. Make sure nobody calls you a 6-year senior anymore.
Man, what a game he had against the Kansas Jayhawks. He grew up in Kansas City, Kansas, so quite an afternoon that he had against his Jayhawks. 49 points.
Right on.
Exactly what Auburn wants. They want to force long jump shots, long rebounds, run to the other end. Great pass.
Janai Broom averaging 18 points and 11.5 rebounds per game. Boy, nice little step back from Tamar Bates, the 6th year.
Kelly, a shooter, can't give him space, or Pettiford.
Pettiford misfires 42% from behind the arc for Tahad. Bates, open floor. Nice screen underneath by Gray. They give him a for Auburn.
He didn't worry about maybe having a 2-on-1 break, did he? I'll just back up and shoot it from here.
The last 6 field goals for Auburn have all been 3-pointers. Bates, nice cut to the rim.
Good cut, good pass.
Deontay Bass with his first bucket tonight.
Alabama State doing a great job of attacking off the dribble, making crisp decisions. They're not holding the basketball. They're making quick decisions out of triple threats.
From the corner, Tamar Bates gets it to go.
First one back for Missouri. When the shooter rises up to shoot a jump shot, a guard has to recognize they have to get back in defensive transition to not give up that fast break dunk.
Missouri's lead down to 6. Good cut to the hoop. And Bates with the layup.
Missouri, it started the very first possession of this game on the defensive side of the ball. Their defensive activity has been great, and they've been mostly man-to-man. We talked about Missouri changing their defenses a lot. They've been pretty solid and sound defensively because their backside has been great in rotation.
Good crowd here tonight, too, for Missouri's non-conference finale as Bates helped out his...
That's what Dennis Gates wants to see. Play with pace, quick, early offense, take good shots, don't force bad shots.
Here they go again. Pierce, the lob, and the slam from Tamar Bates. Fulcher in transition, knocked away by Grill and Shaw the steal. Shaw. Boy, Bates wanted that out on the break. Instead, he's left alone in the corner.
Here, that's his shot.
Gives Illinois 16 points a game. This is an Illini team that's had the same starting 5 every game. Stolen by Perkins. 4 on 3 for Mizzou. Here's Tamar Bates with the finish. Pro League. Who's just second to the NBA in terms of the level of play in the EuroLeague. Illinois has turned it up. It's a 6-point lead for the Illini. Tamar Bates steps through and banks it in. Ball with the Hawkeyes. Here's Boswell. Step back, 16-footer no. Rebounded by Allen, who's seeing extended run in the second half for Mizzou. Bates trying to make it happen. Got it.
Tough shot.
And as Gates' team had a monster comeback against Cal. in the SEC ACC Challenge a month ago. They have a double-digit comeback in him here. Bates gets it. Sitting on Ivica.
Yeah, nice shot.
Like a 4. Boswell from the logo. Off the mark. Rebound into the hands of Cruz. Empty possession for Illinois. Perkins out to Bates for 3. Tied at 7.
Pierre with 3. Working on Pierce. Out of the corner. Left it short. Rebound Robinson. Stretch pass Bates. Tamar Bates, his first bucket of the night in style.
He was doing a really good job of keeping the ball moving on offense. They're finding the open man, making the right cuts. They look really fluid on the offensive end right now.
Strickland there, you could tell he was hunting for the great shot, not the good shot. Bates in the paint by Tahina Pow and number 3 South Carolina hosting South Florida. Coverage of that game begins at 2 Eastern, 1 Central time. So Missouri's lead down to 17. Robinson guarded by Fuller. Bates on the drive, gets right to the basket, and that's what Missouri.
Dickinson today, 15 fouls.
A.J. Adams off the mark. Rebounded by Gray, transferred over from South Carolina. Tony Perkins with the start today. He's an Iowa transfer. He's used to big games in the Big Ten. They're hoping he brings some energy here early on.
How about David Coit, the transfer from Northern Illinois, making a start for Bill Self.
Bates for 3. Got
it. To get inside.
You see 2 of the top scorers in Division I active today, including Dickinson, who leads the country in points. Here's Bates.
Good matchup. But now they switch.
Working on Mayo. Turns into a fadeaway. And it rolls home for Tamar Bates.
For the big 3. They did not show up against Creighton, and so far early, they're not playing well.
Bates got it again. He's used every. First floor action for 21 Peyton Marshall, 7-foot, 300-pound center, St. Louis native. Played his college ball at Georgia, high school ball. Tigers on a 6-0 run, despite the fact that they're just 1 for their last 7. Jayhawks have not been able to close the gap. Bates in traffic.
But all credit goes to that Missouri pressure defense. And again, I mentioned Anthony Robinson with the ball. I love his game.
He was a great high school player. In fact, the winningest player in Florida prep history at Florida State University High. Bates off the window over Dickinson. That's their best scoring team in the country at 91 a game, yet using so much clock. Here's a big reason why. Bates' steal. And one! And he's going to the line in Missouri.
Appreciating is you can't throw stuff on the floor. That got him a second technical foul.
You got to go.
That was a golden era of Big 8 basketball. Great coaches. And this guy, speaking of great.
Coit from deep. Back rimmed it. Robinson came out with it.
I think you got a foul if you're Kansas.
Dickinson tried to. And the good feed ends up with a Tamar Bates bucket.
The team has been without those guys for 3 games. But it allows Mark Madsen to figure out who else can step up and perform. And you already talked about one, Jeremiah Wilkinson. He's been fantastic.
And regardless of when the roster's full, he's getting minutes.
Yeah,
he's clearly earned them.
There's no doubt.
Nice give and go. Anthony Robinson to kick out.
You know, it's interesting watching Missouri in the offensive end.
On the baseline! Tamar. Here's Blackshirt, and he launches a 3. And that one rims out. Cleared by Josh Gray. No-look pass inside, and the fadeaway on the baseline. Tamar Bates. Timeout, Cal. Mid-range, Tamar Bates, Joshua Ola Joseph.
Right place, right time.
In a
much-needed bucket for Cal. Their first field goal since halftime. Tamar Bates again for Mizzou. Andre Sajakovic left the ball behind. 3-on-1 for Mizzou. The lob. But Tamar Bates lost it, chased it down, and capitalizes.
He got all the way back, but never over the top. Matchup zone by the Cal Bears.
Tamar Bates. Three!
Cal has answered now Missouri. They didn't go away. They're still here. Now you're even on the road. 7 minutes left to go. That's where you want to be. Wow!
Tamar Bates.
The state of Iowa, Iowa State for Grill, Iowa, where Perkins transferred in from.
Right side between the circles, right of the key grill. Right wing inside the arc. Bates curls to the free throw line to the left block, lays it up and in.
Really attacked the middle and came back strong over his right shoulder.
Pine Bluff looking a lot better offensively coming out of that timeout.
Sometimes you just got to get a little rhythm and realize you can play with these guys. You got to defend better, be able to really push pace and play aggressively.
Miscommunication, and Tamar Bates takes advantage.
When those guys put their arms out and you can't make those wing entries.
That's what we've seen from Missouri on this homestand. Good cut, Bates to the hoop. Tang and Bates for this final possession. What we assume will be the final possession of the first half.
Man-to-man for Arkansas Pine Bluff.
Shaw with under 10. Now the freshman Boateng back into the hands of the veteran Perkins. The lob. I was looking for Shaw. There's Bates, and they're going to count that and the foul.
A little smaller, getting Grill, guarding Buga inside. Not in his comfort zone, but can't just give up an easy turnaround. He's got to fight a little harder next time in that possession.
Robinson and Mitchell, a little confusion there. Bates drives, has some space, and the hammer. Lead here. Gardner down low. Tigers force another turnover. Caleb Grill on the break to the trailer. Bates, who takes it all away. And Lamar Washington now heating up. He's got 5 for Pacific. It's a 7-point game. Bates on the drive, gets to the bucket. About a minute to go in the first half. Kulabali can't get it to go. There's Robinson fighting for the rebound. Mitchell to Bates. Three-pointer. Got it to go. And now the lead.
Getting in the passing lanes and getting points in transition.
So Missouri with the starting lineup. Anthony Robinson, the change. There's an offensive rebound by Mark Mitchell. And the Tigers will reset. Honor Boateng getting his 3rd straight start for the Tigers. The 5-star freshman recruit. Only played about 3.5 minutes on Monday against Eastern Washington. Gray had a wide open lane, didn't realize it. Instead, it's a corner 3 from Tamar Bates. Ivory to the bench for Mississippi Valley State. Jair Horton checks back in. Bates open off the inbound, and there's another 3. Got some rotations to figure out. Warwick to the drive. Goes underneath. Swung around. Bates straight away. Missouri with 9 assists on 15 made field goals in the first half. They did a good job of sharing the ball. And you mentioned maybe tinkering with some lineups. This is a different look as Bates takes it right to the hoop.
Just the ball down low like that. He does a good job of ripping through quickly, getting the defender on his backside and going up strong.
He was one of 2 players that transferred from Arkansas Pine Bluff whenever Coach Ivory came over. Bates into the paint. 1-on-2 still.
Good job by NDSU taking advantage there. Missouri didn't get back super well. Push the pace. Missouri's got to make sure they stay focused here. Don't take super quick shots and then relax on the defensive end.
Dennis Gates does not want his team to coast these final 10 minutes. Bates into the paint. Got it to go.
No question. Those first few minutes of the first half, it was a stagnant offense from Missouri back on their heels. Ball just swinging around the perimeter.
A to B to C, but nothing attacking, nothing getting a paint touch. And they've really been able to adjust, play faster and change it. But also their half-court sets have been so much better as well to establish the block, establish the paint, get drives, but also play in isolation, play in pick and roll as well.
Against the zone here, Bates drills a three.
Ben, we were watching. Cook had a good first half too. He's 5 of 6 for 12 points in the first half. Very efficient night. Really good post up there, keeping his ground. Nice turnaround jumper.
Bates all the way to the hoop. Two-man game with
the play by Caleb Grill.
Inbounded to Grill, quickly to Cruz. What do they need to do to break this up, Jared?
Definitely it's flashing to the post. Too much standing around and everybody looking for someone to make a play. And Tamar Bates on cue goes and makes one.
Star from Little Rock, Arkansas. Missouri beat Arkansas in the recruiting game there. And Boateng has his first career points in his first career start, as we mentioned off the top. He's joined by the two-time All-Big Ten selection Tony Perkins. Mark Mitchell from Duke started 67 games in 2 years there. Josh Gray and Tamar Bates. Bates open down low and scores. Harper lost control. The steal. Missouri numbers again. Robinson to the trailer. Bates.
More transition for Missouri.
In the second differential between the game clock and the shot clock, Missouri can essentially hold for the final shot of the half. Warwick with the ball in his hands with 10 seconds to play in the first half. Warwick, little ISO ball here. Off to Bates. Bates, step back three, got it! And that's how the first... A little full court pressure from Howard. They did this in the first half as well to try to flip the momentum. They're back within 8. Aiden Shaw.
See, now that they brought it to within 10, it looks like they got a little more pep in their step.
Bates, strong drive and finish. And others that watch Mizzou, we talk about their defensive motor. It never slows down. Interesting to see how they play together. Bates hits a three, just the second. Harris goes to the bench. Mitchell inbounds for Missouri. Strong also checked back in. Anthony Robinson creating a little space for himself there. Just a little bit. And a half to go. Wide open. Mitchell instead finds a wider open Tamar Bates.
Big box out by Gray. Perkins the three. No. Mitchell climbs the ladder. Second chance opportunity for Mizzou. And
it's a very good, patient offensive possession once again for the Memphis Tigers.
Memphis reclaims the lead at 12-11. Haggerty make that Carter shot 40.3% from three, and they're going to count the basket there. It's short.
Memphis now has it to single digits, and that's what you want.
Minute and a half to play here in the first half. Bates drives, and he gets it over Cisse. Cisse a little late. Second triple. He's in the double figures. The Wichita State transfer with 10, who averaged 16.4 points per game last year, made 99 threes, and that set the single-season school record at Wichita State. The answer, though, at the other side are in the Rogers 10, Cisse 9 to face Memphis. Bates 10, Pierce 10, Shaw 9 for Missouri. Perkins defended by Okoji, who's a very good man-to-man defender. Now he lets Perkins go and picked up by Haggerty.
You don't want to pick up a foul right here if you're Memphis, right? You're starting to get back in the game. You don't want Missouri to go to the line and get some easy buckets.
7 now on the shot clock. Bates pulls up. Got it.
Man, that's how you feeling, young?